Good evening, everyone. Today I have on the docket the topic says action speaks louder than words. I really do agree with this notion just because action is a movement, word is a creating of the action. But the question is that how many of us we are going to pay attention wholeheartedly, deeply, that really whatever we are saying, is it at all possible for us to be on that? It is at all possible for us bank on what I am trying to do, what I have said just. So for that reason, I personally feel words are nothing but a particular thing which we utter now and then. But that is depends upon a person whenever taking an action, how deeply, how very seriously the person has activated himself for the action. Just because the proverb says like this, let be your active mood be in silent. Let be your action be in silent and let be your success in loud. Just because there are many great successful people, they have already proven
What's the title of your speech?
action speaks louder than words. So now the question is that there are many great successful people, they have already proven that really if we are highly determined what we have thought of in the name of the action, instead of uttering the words, instead of replying the situation wise any reaction, so definitely we can come up with the flying colors. Why? Just because action is nothing but a very much tempted thing which a person can adopt. But for that reason, there are few things required, which is quite impossible for a person to gain if the person is not going to pay attention. A list of words a person has to continue. So let me go through those words on the list. What are the words? First thing is that the love for the thing, how much you are having. Second thing, the patience, how much patience you do carry along with your own self for the thing. Third thing is that the time, really do you have the time? I personally feel that the action whenever a person will be accepted, it is someone like the quite natural, someone like the relationship. Whenever there are two lovebirds, how nicely they spend the time, how nicely they look for each other valuable time. Exactly someone like that, a person whenever going to be activated himself to gain the success, he has to be gung-ho, he has to be hot to tot to gain the thing, otherwise quite impossible. So for that reason, there are many people, those who do not give the instant reaction, they cultivate the urge when they will get the success, and the success will give them those who have said sometime or once upon a time something to them. Just because I personally feel in this case, in discouragement is really one of the key points. Whenever a person is discouraged by anyone or some people, so I personally feel that discouragement,
Discourage.
sorry, that discourage can give,
Discourage.
that discouragement can give the person the spark to start up something. Until unless the person is discouraged by someone, it is quite impossible. If the person is not at all discouraged by someone, it is impossible for the person to gain nothing. Why? Just because each and everyone is not a mavin at something. There are many people, especially at present, there are many people, those who are the brain rots. Why I am using this word called brain rots? Just because now most of the people are going to follow this particular frame of the passage, or the quote and unquote the term, little knowledge is very dangerous, we know very well. But there are many brain rots are there, those who are going to pay highly attention in case of the social media's related thing. Now the question is why the brain rot the term I am going to use. Brain rot the term I am going to use just because they are going to invest huge amount of time on social media, watching different sort of reels, watching different sort of means things. Unnecessarily they are wasting their valuable time like water. So now they are going to give a second thought that if a person, or if a man, or if a particularly individual, if you talk about, if he or she spends huge amount of time, so will it possible for him or her to get back that time? Just because we knew very well that life has no back gear itself. So whatever bygone and bygone, we never get it back.
Let the bygones be bygones.
Let's see.
Let the bygones be bygones.
Oh, thank you. So now for that reason, we need to think at present, because our future and the past is based on our present. But most of us, we do not pay attention present. Why? Just because we think that, okay, all right, whatever past happened, I will be rectifying in future. But how the future comes? Present is the thing which is highly connected with the past and the future. So for that reason, I personally feel the present,
The
if you,
main purpose or the function of the leaders is to use words. They generally influence the common masses with words. Now their words are as sharp as a knife,
yes.
and by virtue of which it's possible for them to prevail upon a lot of common people. These people do not act much. The leaders do not act much. They only speak. In that particular respect, do you think that words are mightier than action?
See, now the question is that whenever we are going to take the word called leader, the leaders, all the leaders, I will not tell great. Even I will
I'm
not.
not talking about the political.
No, I'm also not going to talk about.
teachers.
Yes,
Teachers are also using words.
yes. So that's why I'm going to get it clear that the leader, that doesn't mean that always they are the great guns. Even the leader, that doesn't mean that they are always this influencer. Now the question is that whenever a leader is going to use certain words, just because he has that particular power of the activity, until unless he or she has done that particular activity in their life or lives, so the word cannot be. Someone like over here, the word.
One, like Netaji told, give me blood, I will give you blood. Like Mahatma Gandhi told, do or die. Okay, these are the sentences or the speeches from the general and the leader. Okay, they always inspire the soldiers to die for the nation. So they are actually using words, sentences. But people are
Yes, now the question is, that's why I've already said. The question is that whenever a leader is going to use particular word, he is not only using, before using the word, he has shown the activity, how the word can be applicable. So for that reason,
no, Netaji Srivastava did not give blood, right?
no, never. But he has means accumulated the
Yes.
soldiers. So now the question is that what? At that particular point in time, the action may not be physically something. He has shown the courageous.
Ultimately, we know what. Till then, we remember what. This sentence, give me blood, I will give you freedom, right? So it is a sentence.
So now the question is that this particular legendary in our country we had, that was the different era. Now the present era is a different.
Now
Now
also, Sadhguru you talk about. Sadhguru on YouTube, you know better.
I heard, but I don't know much personal about him.
Inspiring person, okay? He inspires a lot. But only on YouTube, no action, only sentences. A lot of people do. These are that in every year.
Mostly sitting.
Yes?
Mostly sitting.
Yes, the Dalai Lama, right? The Dalai Lama. Even the foreigners who came here, they went to meet the Dalai Lama.
So now this kind of people, if you talk about this kind of people, all are from the background of the spiritualism.
Yes.
So now the spiritualism and the practical, so-called the materialistic world people cannot be together. They are in a different aspect. As you are going to talk about the Dalai Lama and as well as the Sadhguru you have said so far.
Right.
So now the question is, they are from which background? The background we need to keep in mind. The background is called spiritualism.
Spiritual. Now let us talk about political background.
Yes.
All right. Political background also before the election we see, starting from the councillor to MLA MPs, they say a lot. And that is the media. And that is social media also, as well as that is electronic media. Electronic media. Okay, sometimes politics purchase the channels. Okay, they inspire a particular group of people. They do not know about anything about election. But watching the electronic media, watching the social media, they are often inspired and trust their votes. And also talking about the political leader, he says, I will do this. If I come into the power, I will give 1,000 to all or 2,000.
Tomorrow.
And rate also and the rate also increases. If one party says 1,000, the other party says 3,000. But the people are inspired. People are motivated, they cast their vote. But these politicians are not doing anything. They are uttering their sentences. And by doing that, they are manipulating. So what are working better than
So now the question is that whenever a person really wanted to be something, a person wanted to cut a mark. So now do you think so for him or her this kind of thing really inspires? Suppose for example in this class we see a lot of students, they are means blindly following Mr. Hajra, they are blindly following Mr. Banerjee. Now the question is the what for? Now their English is better, that's why no, they understood the potentiality of these two speakers. Now there are many speakers, those who are going to very much fascinated about Miss Chatterjee's acting. Now the question is that Miss Chatterjee looks very gorgeous in beauty, that's why not. She has given the potentiality on the stage being how she can on a particular role she is going to means play. So now the question is that the person definitely may go through all the thing, the person may get each and every inspirational thing, but the question is that ultimately the person has to see or the person has to notice really it is possible for him to get and it is beneficial or not. Just because we all are 24/7 working for something, so what is that? That is called benefit. Are we going to get the mileage? Are we going to gain the mileage? After all, mileage is the matter. If we are not going to get,
One question.
Yes.
No,
One
please,
question.
please.
Like talk about
Make it
a
shorter.
patient of cancer or a critical disease. Often the doctor motivates that yes, you can win, you can be cured. That was what's wonder. Despite giving a lot of medicines, that is also that keep that person happy. That also works. Without doing anything, that courage or the confidence the doctor puts in, that also helps the patient to revive.
I'm not going to deny the words are not at all important, but more than the words, the action really more than important. Just because there are certain factors, there are certain sectors where a person gets highly motivated. Now the question is that inspirational video, inspirational person we follow blindly. Now the question is that why? Now the question is there are many inspirational people so-called at present in the soccer world, CR7. He is the highly inspirational person. In the Bollywood, okay, Akshay Kumar is the highly inspirational for the fitness. So now the question is what for? He is one of the actors, so far my knowledge goes, he is one of the actors who is very much systematic. Even if he goes to attend any means Beno, so called the party, then also he returns back his home at the right time. Why? Even he doesn't touches any, he doesn't touch any means liquid, so called alcohol, alkaline stuff. Now the question is the what for? Even one of the interviews, if I am not too much wrong, one of the interviews in a particular one reality show was going on. So at that time the anchor was asking that at this age also how you are so much fit and fine. So he said that every morning from 5 o'clock to 6 or 7 means to 1 or 2 hours he goes for morning means jogging. So now he has given an open challenge. He has given an open challenge that till now there is no teenager who can be compared against him, who can take the challenge against his rules and regulation of the fitness. So now just because of this reason, action definitely matters. I'm not going to deny that words are not at all important. Words are also important. But to some extent, some cases, action is more powerful than the words.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.